Okay, good afternoon from Rabbit Ridge Farms. I just wanted to stand here and show you something. We always thought that we had to feed hay in a hay ring or whatever. You're gonna have to feed a little bit of hay, no matter what your forages are. In the wintertime, you're gonna have to feed a little bit of hay. So we fed hay in a ring. We had rolled it out on the ground with a tool that's just designed to roll hay out. And this last year, especially due to my good buddy Preston Scrogg and him hounding me that I needed to get a mixer, we got a mixer. So last year, when we got done feeding hay, we had mounds and mounds and mounds of just leftover hay. We piled it up, we composted it, then we put it back out on the pastures. So this year we fed our hay through the vertical grinder, which is this big tub, and it grinds up all this hay. And we fed it in these tires. So you can look down here. We've already went back over it with a seed drill, and those are spring oats that we've got planted. All we did was harrow the ground. We got that good a consumption out of our hay by grinding it and make it more palatable for the cattle, and still got the same value on the pasture. Now we're ready to go back, plant another crop. We've got our chicken litter out here on this pasture from our brooding house, and we've got spring oats coming up, and this is going to give us some awesome grazing in about 6 weeks or so. When we stopped spraying our pastures, it took a couple of years, but when we stopped spraying our pastures, we started seeing the clover come back. When we started rotating our pastures, letting a little bit of rest, we started seeing the clover come back. So when you look out on this pasture, you see these little spotches of darker green. Well, that's our clover coming up, which is a legume, which puts nitrogen back into the soil. An absolute necessity if you're going to have a well-balanced grazing system is going to be having legumes with your summer annuals. But anyhow, we're real proud of this, that we were able to do so much less damage and not have so much less waste by feeding hay through a mixer than what we've had in the past. Anyhow, that's it. We're moving electric fence today, showing how we graze our winter annuals. Couple reasons why we move electric fences. It's just so efficient. The cows come in here, they graze it, and then we can back fence behind them to get them off of it, let the grass recover some. So when these cows come in up here, where we turn them in, where we move this fence, it's going to be kind of like they come in and they're eating at a trough. We move the fence about the width of a cow, and about every day or every 2 days, just depending on how well they've utilized the forage. And by back fencing it, we can go ahead and get, that ryegrass growing again, and then we can start the process again. We're the first week of March, and so hopefully we're going to start seeing some grass growth pretty soon. But we love winter annuals because not necessarily for all the winter, but that last 30 days before we get warm sunny weather for the summer. So this is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to go up here and turn the cows in and open the gate, and you'll watch them. They know exactly what they're going to do, and they're going to come up to this grass. It's like it's a trough. So this field's 1/4 mile long, and if you turn around, you can kind of see we're going to that far tree line there. And the way we can control the grazing here is with electric fence. This is poly wire here. It's just a real lightweight wire that we roll up on speed reels, and then our posts are just an insulated pigtail. So you just step them in the ground, run the wire through that, and you're good to go. We need about 8,000 volts on this in order to control a cow. So we've got a hot wire that runs around all of our farms. We just take these jumper cables, we'll just jump it on right here, and we'll clip it onto the wire, and then bam, we're hot now, all the way down for a quarter of a mile. And you can put this, you know, fence up and down, and I mean, literally a matter of minutes. We moved a quarter of a mile of it in 10 minutes. So we're going to turn the cows in here, and it's going to be really cool to watch them, how they're going to hit the grass. Now the fence height is where the calves, the baby calves, can come underneath it. And that's really what we want. We want those baby calves to get out there and forward graze in front of these cows. They'll pick around, and they get the first bites out of it. And there's another one right down there that went through. It's kind of like a little strainer where the little calves can go forward, but the big cows don't want to. This is a turnip right here, either a purple top or a 7-top turnip. And these were planted in the fall, and you can see where the cows have come in here and have grazed the tops of these off, and they'll continue to eat them. They'll eat them out of the ground. Turnips right here where the cows have grazed the tops of them. And you think, well, why would you plant turnips, you know, for your cattle? Well, the greens on the turnips have the ability to produce 3.5 to 4 tons of dry matter per acre. Very quick growth. And the cows just love them. They come in, they graze the tops off of them, and then the radish is left in the ground, and they'll eat them all winter long.